Inspirational Creatives, episode 228. Welcome to Inspirational Creatives. I'm your host, Rob Lawrence. Join me every Friday as I chat with successful artists, producers, and creative entrepreneurs who share powerful stories and strategies. They can help you to create the life that you want. Listen each week as these inspirational creatives show you how to take your creativity to the next level. You'll learn how to create a sustainable business that inspires others and gives you the financial freedom and lifestyle that you want. Thanks for listening. Make sure you sign up at inspirationalcreatives.com to get free exclusive bonus material. And now, on with the show. Rob here, and a very warm welcome to 30 days of daily inspiration on the Inspirational Creatives podcast. To celebrate 200 episodes and 3 years of Inspirational Creatives, I'm offering you 30 days of daily inspiration to help you get inspired and ready for 2018. Normally, every Friday on the podcast, I share with you an interview with an expert, followed by a short action episode every Wednesday. But each day for the next 30 days, I'm going to share with you an idea, a piece of wisdom or inspiration that I feel will help you to take your creativity and life to the next level. Today, in this short episode, I want to explore leaving a meaningful legacy with you. As creatives, one of the greatest things about being alive today is the opportunity to leave a meaningful legacy behind for others to enjoy and be inspired by. In episode 208, on day 8 of 30 days of daily inspiration, we discussed planning with the end in mind, and this short episode is related. Now, there's two things to consider here. First, there's the change you want to leave behind in the world with your creative work. This might include considering what are the problems that you are trying to solve with your creativity in the world today, and who are you solving them for? What is it that you want, and what are you trying to express through your creativity? These are important questions which are well worth deep exploration and far beyond the time we've got available in this short episode today. And of course, the answers could be very different for each and every one of us. But I encourage you to go back and check out episode 208, day 8 of 30 days of daily inspiration, which goes into some of this where we plan with the end in mind. So go and check out that episode if you haven't already. You'll find it over on inspirationalcreatives.com and just click on the episodes button at the top. Look for 208. The second thing to think about is tying up loose ends, and that's what I'd like to touch upon with you today. In my mind, leaving a meaningful legacy is all about leaving a clean legacy. And what I mean by a clean legacy is one that leaves little for others to have to worry about when it comes to sorting out your assets, accounts, and artwork. In episode 215, day 15 of 30 days of daily inspiration, we talked about living with less. And today I want to share with you some of Pete Billingham's wisdom, as in episode 161, the Goes Digital author and funeral celebrant opened my mind up to new possibilities and opportunities when it comes to planning our legacy. Now, some folks find this a tricky topic to talk about, but I encourage you to seriously give it some thought. This might be a topic you want to discuss with your significant others, but be sensitive. Not everybody enjoys talking or even thinking about the day that they will no longer physically exist. Your life and your life's work are your legacy. And these days, a lot of our work is online, which means we don't just leave a physical legacy, but a digital one too. In episode 162, I asked Pete Billingham what we should be thinking about when it comes to leaving a digital legacy. Here's what he had to say.
The first thing you have to think about really is, in terms of digital, you've got digital assets now. So let me just think about things like bank accounts. We bank online. Maybe you've got PayPal accounts. Maybe you've got Bookies accounts. Maybe you've got Bingo accounts, or you've got photos that are saved online. You've got social media accounts online. Each of us, to a varying extent, will probably have those things. So the first decision is, what do you want to have happen to those? And does somebody who would handle your estate even know those things exist?
So if you're anything like me, and most people I know, you may have a whole load of online accounts and assets that would be left behind as part of our digital legacy. Right now, I'm thinking about all the songs I purchased in iTunes and on Spotify, and my bank details and my social media accounts. And what about all those Kindle books and online courses that I bought too? And of course, this series. As Pete points out, do those who might end up managing your estate after you've gone even know that these accounts and assets exist? In episode 162, I asked Pete what steps could be taken to start managing our digital legacy.
So step one, what you probably need to do is to develop a list of all these things that you've got online. maybe in a paper format, probably not on your computer, because if you don't then leave, you might have it on your computer, but if somebody can't access your computer, it's not a lot of use. One of the things I'm developing is a whole raft of special forms that people can use. But at this moment in time, it's just a piece of paper. I have a PayPal account. This is the details. I have a bookies account. I mean, they're saying there that in these sort of online accounts, there is millions and millions of pounds that people don't even know exist, because people in the family didn't even know they'd got these accounts, and they're not even trying to access the money from them because they don't even know they exist. So those are your digital assets. So you have to think about, what am I going to do? Where are my photos? We have a mobile phone. How many people have a mobile phone and put a password on it, and then they've got so many photos on there? Have you told anybody that password? So that's the first thing. You need to think and list. What are your digital assets? What do I have online? What bank accounts do I have? Where are my photos stored? What digital accounts do I have? Like that. Then you've got your devices. So like I'm saying, you've got a mobile phone. Have you got a password on that? Who knows that password? You've got iPads, you've got computers. All of those things have some way have got some kind of like digital connection. What do you want to have happen with those, and who knows about them, and who knows how to access those things? Again, with my devices, who do I want to give these devices to? For instance, if you've got a Kindle, you could have spent a fortune on a Kindle and you have loads of content on there. Who are you going to give that to? That needs to form part of your digital will. And then the last of all is this thing like our digital legacy. After I've gone, what do I want to leave online when I die? Do I want my Facebook account to still be accessible online? Do I want my Twitter account taken down? Do I want my LinkedIn profile taken down? I think it's a really interesting question. Do you unfriend a dead connection on Facebook? Do you delete their telephone number from your mobile phone?
So on the one hand, there are all your digital accounts, and part of leaving a meaningful legacy behind is to make sure that somebody can manage those accounts on your behalf once you're gone. On the other hand, there are all your online assets, which also need retrieving and managing: your photos, your books, courses, music, list goes on. As per Pete's advice in episode 162, I've already set my legacy setting in Facebook so that my wife can take over my Facebook account should something happen to me, but there's still a lot more sorting out I need to do. Remember, your life and your life's work are your legacy. My offer to you today is to start thinking about these things before it's too late. As creatives, we are sometimes prolific people with lots of accounts, work and assets scattered all around the physical and digital universe. But if you were to disappear into space and become a unicorn tomorrow, what would you be leaving behind in digital and physical form?
Really, you need to think about that, and you need to think, I've got all these different accounts, Dropbox, Instagram, whatever, and who am I going to pass those accounts on to, and what do I want to have happen to those?
I know I've still got a lot of sorting out and clearing up to do. I certainly don't want to leave my loved ones with the headache of finding passwords and not knowing what to do with the multitude of online accounts and assets that I own and have created. I encourage you to start thinking about your legacy. Give it some thought, planning with the end in mind, deciding what you want to do, what impact you want to have, and what you do and do not want to leave behind. Good luck giving your legacy some thought today. I'd love to discuss this topic with you and get your ideas and thoughts on it, so drop me an email at rob@inspirationalcreatives.com, and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow for another day of daily inspiration. Thanks for listening. Nothing beats the stories and advice of an expert to help you raise your creative game. I would love to know what you thought about today's episode, so don't forget to subscribe in iTunes, where you can rate and review the show. If you like this episode, I invite you to share it on Facebook or Twitter with the one person you know who will benefit from the wisdom shared here today. You can find the show notes on inspirationalcreatives.com/podcast. If you have a burning question or a great idea for a guest, head on over to inspirationalcreatives.com/contact, where you can connect with me there.